For years, US officials have talked about building a new security architecture in the Middle East, something to knit together old rivals under one defense umbrella. Turns out that wasn't just talk. According to 5 classified PowerPoint presentations prepared by US CENTCOM and later reviewed by the Washington Post, a quiet but ambitious project called the Regional Security Construct, or RSC, is already taking shape. It's essentially a new defense framework linking the United States, Israel, and a select group of Arab nations. One of the boldest attempts yet to formalize security cooperation in a region long defined by mistrust. The documents name Israel, Qatar, Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates as core members. Kuwait and Oman aren't officially in, but they've been briefed and kept close. Potential partners, as the slides put it. In short, nearly every major US partner in the region has a seat, or at least a view, at the table. So what exactly is the RSC? In CENTCOM's own words, it's a defense and coordination mechanism, a way to pull together joint capabilities in air and missile defense, cyber operations, intelligence sharing, and strategic communications. In practice, that means linking radar and sensor networks, running joint military drills, and creating shared channels for intelligence and operational planning. By 2024, many of these systems were reportedly already syncing, with several Arab states feeding surveillance data into US-supported platforms that also serve Israel's security apparatus. And that's the part that would have seemed impossible not long ago. Arab militaries quietly sharing real-time data with Israel. But the RSC isn't just about missiles and radars. It's also about information, the other battlefield of modern conflict. CENTCOM slides talk about workshops and training sessions on countering malign narratives, meaning coordinated efforts to push back against Iranian propaganda and disinformation. Some sessions even reference lessons learned from Gaza, including how to control the narrative around civilian casualties and urban warfare. In other words, the RSC isn't just linking systems, it's syncing stories. Politically, this is a quiet revolution. For decades, open cooperation with Israel was the red line for Arab leaders, the kind of thing that could ignite public backlash overnight. But the Abraham Accords cracked that wall in 2020, and now the RSC seems to be quietly building on it. Under US mediation, countries that once denounced Israel now exchange data and coordinate defense strategy with it, just behind closed doors. Even Israel's hardline government, which usually distrusts regional entanglements, has signed on. Why? Because this framework locks Israel into CENTCOM's regional command, giving it unprecedented access to intelligence and operational integration with its Arab neighbors, something Israeli leaders have wanted for decades. For Washington, the RSC is a geopolitical multi-tool. It spreads the burden of regional defense, strengthens deterrence against Iran, and keeps US influence firmly in place even as American priorities shift elsewhere. For Arab partners, it's a chance to tap into top-tier US technology, training, and protection without publicly embracing a controversial alliance. For Israel, it's validation, a seat in the region's defense circle, not on its fringes. Call it pragmatic, call it cynical. Either way, it's strategic. The regional security construct represents a new Middle East, one that's less about peace treaties and more about practical survival. Old rivalries are being overridden by new realities. Everyone's talking about security, but in truth, they're talking about power, influence, and the right to shape the next chapter of the region's story. It's not loud, it's not public, but it's happening. And it may redefine what allies look like in the Middle East for years to come. What are your thoughts on this development? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.